Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel Achieving Alpha and welcome back to another episode of Smart Money Analysis. And today's market was quite weird. If you would have taken a short position, I'm sure that you must be resembling with this guy in the photo here. And there was a lot to be discussed today, and that's the reason that I wanted to make a video. Couldn't make it yesterday because the data had nothing special. But today it looks like there are a lot of intricacies in the data, and I think that needs to be discussed up with you guys. So let's start off with the daily time frame chart. We'll start off with the chart and then try to understand and go back and see what is the data telling us. तो टेलीग्राम पे आज एक ही अपडेट आई गिव कि it was a high probability that the smart money had covered good number of shorts today. Plus there could be some long build up. Now that's what I saw based on my experience in the live market, and that really holds true in the EOD data that we'll have a look at soon. But I clearly told you that I would not carry any short positions overnight if I were you, because things were not looking good for the bearish market and there was a lot of strength in the markets. And I told you that rest of it is your decision because after all it's your money and the risk is up to you. So anyways, let's start off with the daily time frame chart. Now you can see that on the daily time frame chart of Nifty 50, the candle is clearly quite strong. It's a bullish engulfing candle and a strong one, I must tell you. And if you have a look at the volumes on the futures chart, that is again quite healthy. So again, this upside could sustain. And if I talk about and if I tell you that we could easily see 17,500 or even 17,600 is possible if at all global markets don't turn red overnight. So you shouldn't be very surprised hearing this because the data is so much bullish, and if you look at the data on a daily basis, तो you will see कि काफी ज़्यादा long build-up रहा है आज, and you will be able to comprehend to what I am saying. So anyways, this was the daily time frame chart for Nifty 50. Nifty Bank again a similar kind of a candle, even stronger one. यहाँ पे you can see कि it's another bullish engulfing candle, and again यहाँ पे जो volumes are those are quite high, and you can see कि low से almost it has given a recovery of 1300 to 1400 points, which is quite a lot of recovery in one day. So volatility is definitely there in the markets, and as an option seller, what I can tell you is that if you are selling options, so always try to stay hedged. Otherwise, उसके consequences काफी खराब हो सकते हैं. And I'm sure आज जिसने भी naked options बेचे होंगे, especially on the call side, put वालों को अच्छा profit हुआ होगा. But whomsoever sold call today and that to a naked call, then they would have suffered huge losses. Especially जिनकी stop loss पर निकलने की आदत नहीं होती. तो certainly the market is strong and कल और ऊपर के levels आ सकते हैं. We'll talk about that. But before that, let's try to have a look at the activity in the cash market and क्या हुआ है. So again, one of the things that I want to say here is कि FII still have a medium to long term view. Not I would say long term. I would rather say short term to medium view. Uh, Basically till first half of 2022 to be bearish. At least till now, looking at the activity in the cash market. क्योंकि जब भी market ऊपर जाती है, these guys are offloading their cash portfolios. And you can see as B there is a selling of roughly around 2,300 crores in the cash market. And now my rationale behind this particular up move could be the upcoming IPO of LIC. So whenever you are expecting the IPO of a very big company like LIC, which has the backing of government, you can expect ki, everything that could be done to keep the market on upper levels would be done, and that's what you can see in the DII buying. That there has been a buying of roughly more than 4,400 crores, and these are heavy numbers, right? And I don't want to say this, I've said this before, but this is ultimately your money, your retail money, which you are pumping into the mutual funds just to back some company who is going for IPO. Just to back that particular company, your money is being not being properly utilized. Like it's okay, you cannot really time the market, but there is something known to us as valuations. You cannot just ignore that thing. But anyways, let's not go there. Let's try to come back to our analysis. So this is the market map. You can see strength was kind of across the markets. Nifty 50, you will see 48 stocks advancing, two declining. This shows the kind of strength that was there in the markets. 48 stocks अगर advance कर रहे हो, दो decline कर रहे हैं, that means there is a broad based rally and it is yet to sustain. Nifty Bank, all 12 stocks advancing like anything. So again, quite a bullish scenario here. Fin Nifty again, 20 में से 18 stocks advancing, two declining, and across all FNO stocks, 187 stocks were advancing and 12 declining. I don't even remember when was the last time I saw this advance decline ratio like this. So again, there is a lot of bullishness in the market and across the sectors and across stocks. So certainly you can expect some good momentum even tomorrow, and I will try to show you the data to back it up. But before that, let's first have a look at the option chain. So option chain may will go to Nifty, and let me alter some settings here. and let's try to read the option chain. तो सबसे पहले you will see okay there is a monthly one, let me go to the weekly one. Very firstly you will see कि 17,000 पे आज काफी ज्यादा राइटिंग हुई है पुट साइड पर, and this is by the strong hands. I will show you. And even on 17,500, there has been some good writing. No, sorry, there has been some unwinding. Pardon me. Cumulative basis पर there is a lot of OI still left, but these are probably the people जिन्होंने कल जो market fall हुआ था उसके पहले positions बनाई होंगी. But आज काफी ज्यादा unwinding हुई है, and even 17,600 तक पे unwinding हुई है, and that shows the kind of fear that was there in amongst the call writers today. Because इतना fierce uptick किसी ने expect नहीं किया था, and you can see the amount of short covering that has happened. And this is what I told you in the live market, right? So option change certainly looks very bullish. And if I tell you about this, so you will see that the PCR is still at 0.76. But I have a pretty good hunch that all of these call writers will be trapped pretty badly. And I will tell you why. So if you did not consider any short position at the closing hours just because of this message, I would be happy to hear that in the comment section. But anyways, let's go to the option chain now and try to understand. Okay, the option chain is done. Let's try to decipher what the data is telling us. So as usual, we'll start off with the net long position in index futures. You will see कि आज अच्छी खासी short covering और long build up बना है, and that's exactly what I told you in live market. कि that's what I can see at the least. You can see almost 16,000 lots of longs add हुए हैं index futures में. That is quite heavy. If you are an avid reader of data on a daily basis, you will know कि ये number छोटा मोटा number नहीं है, and it's quite a huge number. And again 4,000 lots of short covering हुई है, तो almost 6% से net long position बढ़ी है, and that currently stands around 53.68%. टॉकिंग अबाउट स्टॉक फ्यूचर्स, अगेन काफी ज्यादा मैसिव शॉर्ट कवरिंग हुई है और लॉन्ग्स भी ऐड हुए हैं यहाँ पे. ऑलमोस्ट 14,758 लॉट्स ऑफ लॉन्ग एंड ऑलमोस्ट 24,000 लॉट्स ऑफ शॉर्ट्स विच आर बीइंग कवर्ड इन द स्टॉक फ्यूचर्स. So stock futures, the data looks quite bullish. Index futures, again, the data looks quite bullish. Let's come to index option and wrap this particular thing up. तो इंडेक्स ऑप्शन में यू विल सी अगेन काफी ज्यादा नंबर ऑफ कॉल लॉन्ग्स यहाँ पे ऐड हुए हैं. एंड लेट मी रिमाइंड यू कि लास्ट टाइम जब इतनी पुट्स 2 दिन में ऐड हुई थी, या फिर बेसिकली यू कैन सी कि जब 1 लाख पुट ऐड हुई थी परसों, तो कल यू सॉ द फॉल फॉर योरसेल्फ. एंड अगेन यू कैन सी कि यहाँ पे पुट लॉन्ग्स इतने ज्यादा नहीं ऐड हुए हैं और कॉल शॉर्ट्स भी काफी माइन्यूट है. तो नेट ऑन नेट बेसिस पे इफ आई शो यू, तो द नंबर ऑफ कॉल्स दैट हैव बीन बॉट टुडे इन द इंडेक्स आर ऑलमोस्ट 81,000. एंड यू नो कि ये नंबर अगर 40-50,000 ही होता है तो दैट इन इटसेल्फ इज क्वाइट ह्यूज. तो 81,000 certainly a lot of calls bought today. अगर ग्लोबल मार्केट सही रहते हैं तो आई वुडंट बी सरप्राइज्ड इवन इफ वी सी 17,600 टुमारो इटसेल्फ. तो दैट इज समथिंग. और नेट पुट बाय देखेंगे तो ऑलमोस्ट काफी नेग्लिजिबल है कंपेयर टू द कॉल्स. ऑलमोस्ट 6,700 लॉट्स ऑफ नेट पुट्स बॉट, एंड द नेट पुट इज टू कॉल रेशियो इज अराउंड 1.72. स्टिल ओवरऑल बेसिस पे क्यूमुलेटिवली पुट ज्यादा है, but my hunch is that this up move is basically to trap the retailers to support the LIC IPO, and third, for the FIs to get an exit of their cash portfolio at the higher levels. And of course, to trap the retailers, that's what I said. And not only do they offload their cash portfolios at the high levels, they also look for shorting opportunities. So FII का सही है, they are like getting a lot of good exits on the upper levels because of the DIS and the retail money being pumped into the markets. And ऐसा नहीं है कि markets are all bad. There are good opportunities to buy some of the stocks. काफी सारे stocks are available at a really good valuations if you want to consider long-term investment at this point of time. So I hope this was a helpful video, and I think I missed out on the global markets, or maybe I covered, I don't remember. But anyways, let's have a look at this. तो ग्लोबल मार्केट्स में यू कैन सी काफी अच्छी रैली है. ऑल द थ्री सेक्टर्स रैलिंग क्वाइट वेल. कुछ न्यूज था शायद कि द रशियन ट्रूप्स आर बेसिकली गोइंग बैक, तो देयर वाज समथिंग न्यूज. But and I say the but in capital letters, there is one very caution thing that you need to pay attention to, and that is the 10-year bond yield. Again, the markets are up, but the 10-year bond yield is also up by 2.5%, and this is above 2. And you might know कि 2 के ऊपर this is very dangerous. In fact, जब से 1.8 क्रॉस किया, I have been telling you कि this is not healthy for the markets, और उसका effect you must have seen on the Nasdaq. अगेन आज न्यूज पॉजिटिव है, बट अगेन ये बॉन्ड यील्ड एक रीजन हो सकता है कि यहाँ से मार्केट हल्का सा रिवर्स हो जाए. बट एनीवेज, लुकिंग एट द डेटा, इवन इफ द मार्केट्स रिवर्स, until and unless there is a big gap down, there is an up move expected. अब वो सस्टेन करे या नहीं, दैट डिपेंड्स ऑन द ग्लोबल मार्केट्स, बट एक अप मूव डेफिनेटली आएगा. एंड आई वुड नॉट बी सरप्राइज अगर 17,500 या 17,600 भी दिख जाए तो, क्योंकि शॉर्ट कवरिंग हुई है उन दोनों स्ट्राइक्स पर एंड द डेटा इज क्वाइट बुलिश. So this is it for our video then. I hope you enjoyed this particular one. And as always, if you enjoyed this, please consider pressing the like button. And if you're new here and coming up for the first time, subscribe to this channel for more such content. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. Have a good day. Take care and bye bye.